Hi, this is Arthur from Young Living Connection. In this presentation I would like to show you how to operate and get rid of the background and make the image with the transparent background using Adobe Photoshop. So I found and prepared the image already on the internet, and this is the bottle of frankincense. So let me show you how to do this. When you use Photoshop, it's very easy because you can immediately bring the image directly from the browser into Photoshop, so you don't need any special extra steps or anything like that. So how are you going to do that? Very easy. Just drag it from here and drop it on the Photoshop desk or workspace, and the image is here. Now we need to resize it a little bit so it's easier to operate on it, and we need to zoom in. That should be good enough size to do that. I usually resize it so I can see the frame and the background around the image. Now the next step is to convert it to the layer, of course. So we go to Layer, New, and New Layer from Background. We'll name it Do you have to name it like this? No, but it helps, especially when you have more layers. You can get easily lost within those layers, so I usually put some kind of proper name for that. Okay, now we use Magic Wand, as I showed you in another presentation. So when we use the Magic Wand, we have a little problem here, because the white area here and white area here, these two colors are very close to each other, and we're going to have problems here. So let me show you what I mean here. When I click on this white space here, you see what happened. The parts of the bottle got selected. So if I remove this, I'm hitting delete on the keyboard now. See what happened? I'm missing the parts of the bottle. So let me go back. I hit Ctrl Z to go back, and I cannot do it this way. So how am I gonna proceed here? Well, I need a different tool, and this is gonna be a little bit more work, but not really very much more. So I need to select here something that's called Magnetic Lasso Tool. And I need to work on this cup part first. So let's start somewhere here, and I click here, and now I move my pointer, my mouse, as close to the bottle as possible, but the Photoshop will help me to glue and bring my line as close as possible to the bottle edges. So see what's gonna happen. Now if the line doesn't bend as it's supposed to, then I just need to go with the small steps just by clicking like this. So every little knot that you see here is the place where I clicked the mouse. Now I can try to go like this. I'm just moving my mouse without clicking now, and the Photoshop helps me here. When you, for example, go over here and something happens like this, and I need to go back, but I don't want to start completely over, so you can hit delete on the keyboard a couple times, you see, and remove the last nodes, and then you can continue. So I can continue from here. Usually all these points and locations, when you drastically change directions, I would recommend to click the mouse so your node will stay where you want. Now for example here, the program has the problem, Photoshop has a problem where to lead the line, so I need to go by small steps and make a decision how my line will curve. And now I can try to continue use the Photoshop help. Click here. Now I'm just moving all the way to here. This node is probably not in the right position, so I'm gonna delete it. I hit delete on the keyboard, and I need to do it manually here for that part. Click, click, click. Okay. Now I have a choice, either to go all the way around the bottle or just try to end up here and use the other tool for the rest of the bottle. So let's select the second scenario. So I'm gonna go somewhere here, here, and now when I want to close the loop, I just double click. When I double click, I close the loop and I got my selection ready. Now I can just hit delete on my keyboard and this part is done. So now we need to do the bottom part of the bottle. So for this, let's see if the magic wand will work. I hope it will. Let's see. Let's try it. So I click and it looks like we have the selection. Oh no, something is wrong here on the top. It just selected the cup again, and that's something I don't want. But I can deselect this part very easily. All I need to do is go grab this selection tool, hit Alt key. So as you see, when I hit Alt key, the cursor changed to the minus with a little minus. So that means I'm deselecting, and I just need to draw the selection area over the cup so I can deselect that from the rest. And you see what happened now? This is excluded. So now when I hit delete key, I'm pretty much done. I might have just a few little spots here left, and it's hard to see because when you see these little squares, background with these little squares, that means these squares means there is no color, but that's the way the Photoshop presents kind of like extra background, but background with no color. So how can I check if I haven't left anything? Well, I'm gonna add another layer. So I click here at the bottom where it says create new layer. Now I need to move this layer beneath my bottle, so I just click here, drag, and move it over underneath. And now I need to paint this layer with some kind of color, any type of color. So I'm going to grab the bucket tool here and just paint it. And this thing didn't get paint. Wrong. I should have deselect everything first. So let's go back. Let's go back 2 steps. Let me deselect. I hit Control D, deselects everything. So you see the selection now. Line is gone now. Now I'm gonna paint it again. Okay. As you see now, I have left a little piece over here. So when I place my image on, say, blue background, I'm gonna have a little white spot here, which doesn't look really good. I don't have to worry very much about these edges here because this bottle is enlarged, zoomed in quite a lot right now, but I want to get rid of this thing. So this is very easy. I just select this tool, just make a selection here, hit delete on the keyboard, and it's gone. it's gone, or it's not. No, it's not, because I didn't select I forgot to select the proper layer here. So let me go back. I have to make sure you always have to look very closely here which layer you're working on. So I made a mistake. I selected layer 1 instead of bottle. So let me do it again. I'm going to select the bottle here now, and now I have a selection. I hit delete, and now it's gone. So that's what I wanted. So now if I remove the layer here, I'm 100% sure that all the white space is gone from the image. So basically that black layer is just for checking, for temporary purposes. I don't need it, so I can remove it now. Drag and drop it here to the recycle bin, and my image is ready. Let's zoom out. You click this tool. I hold the Alt key to zoom out, or without the Alt key I just zoom in. So let's zoom out, and that will be about 1:1 or 100% size of my image. So it looks pretty good, doesn't it? So all we have to do now is just save it for the web. So I'm going to the menu, click save, save for web. I'm going to keep the PNG, keep the transparency here. Eventually you can make this image more narrow, so but we probably keep it that way. Okay, so I click save. I usually include the image size in the file name, so if you don't know what the size is, you can always go back and check. Let me show you how to do this. Let's click cancel here. To check this image size, real size, you go to image and image size here. Here it shows you. It's 300 by 300 pixels. So now we can go back and click save for web again. And I'm going to put the size within the file name, so it's much easier to find the proper sizes later. So it's frankincense 300 by 300 PNG. So I click save, and I'm done. So that's about it for this part. It's pretty easy, as you see. Even on little more complex images like this one, where you have a white space and you have to separate that white space on the background from the white space on the image itself or object itself. So thank you very much.